Hey there, and welcome back to Cosmic Crypto. In this video, we're going to be looking at Chainlink, L-I-N-K. It looks like we might be getting a breakout. Let's go. Okay. Welcome back, everybody. If you're not subscribed to my Twitter account, go ahead and check out the description below and find me over there, where you will get updates more frequently than I do on YouTube. It takes forever to make a YouTube video, but it takes me less than a minute to tweet. So I'm going to start us out here on Link on the weekly. I've been following Link. This is one of my largest holdings, if you haven't heard me say that already. I am a big fan of Link, and I am a big fan of the Link chart right now. It is looking spectacular. So back when Link fell to roughly $5.20 to $5.50, I thought that was the bottom for Link. And so I started just buying as much as I possibly could. And the reason why I thought that was the bottom for Link is if we take a Fibonacci from the bottom over here to the top over here, you can see exactly what Link is doing. Link keeps getting these high wicks off of the 618 Fibonacci. We got a nice bounce off of it and hit the 0.5 Fibonacci, came back down to retest it one more time, and we just cannot break through this 618 Fibonacci, which is super bullish in my opinion. There's also some other things going on with Link that I'm not going to get into in this video, because this is just a short update. Maybe I'll do a longer update for Link. That I see so many different things happening in Link that I just feel like this is the bottom for Link, and it's about to explode. Next biggest thing I see happening is on the weekly, we are in this falling wedge, and we are right at breakout point on the falling wedge. And as you can see right now, we're up almost 5% on the day, and we are attempting to break out here. Now the problem is, so we got rejected off the 20 EMA on the weekly over here, which was also at the $9 area. And we came back down, and the 20 EMA is still there. So we've got to get out of this falling wedge here on the weekly, which is very well defined falling wedge, which is nice. Good news is we didn't create a lower low here, so we went up, we got rejected, and let's put a Fibonacci here. I haven't actually done this. Let's see where it goes from bottom to top, and we held above the 786. We didn't even come down to touch it, so that's good. We're creating a double bottom here is what it looks like, and if that double bottom plays out, we got one bottom here, we got one bottom here. If that bottom plays out, then that would give us a price target of from here to up here, roughly $18 is what I'm going to say, right at this previous resistance right over here. So we fell through, became previous resistance, was support, sort of support, fell through, broke above again, resistance, broke through. So this is a pretty heavy level right here. And so if we do have this double bottom play out, I do see us coming up and getting resistance around the $18 or $19 range. Also possible resistance around the $14 range, around this 50 EMA. Definitely resistance around the $10 to $12 range, which is around the 200 EMA on the weekly. So we're definitely going to see some resistance there. But that's also key to this breakout, because as you know, when you break out of a falling wedge, you come up, you come back down to retest the falling wedge. So what I could see happening is if we actually broke out of this, I could see us coming up, hitting that 200 EMA, getting rejected and coming back down to retest. And then we finally make our move to the upside. So, I mean, that would all play out pretty nicely here for this breakout. Now, let's go. Also, if we go down to the RSI, we had a crossover on the RSI on the weekly, came back down to retest the moving average on the RSI. Let's see if I can get this a little larger here. Came down to retest the RSI and retested it perfectly and came back up again, which is great. Now, the other thing that I saw on this RSI that made me super bullish on Chainlink for the longest time is, let me just open this up here, is we had, so not only were we doing a falling wedge on, actually we can even just do it from right there. Not only were we doing a falling wedge on the price action, but we had a perfect, absolutely perfect falling wedge on the RSI. Look at this, it's so perfect. We broke out, we retested that falling wedge on the RSI, which is also where the moving average is, and now we're moving up again. So I could see us getting a nice move for Link here in the near future, I would say. Next thing is, let's go down time frame here. Sorry, just gonna move this stuff around here. So we're gonna go down to the daily and see what we got going on here. So on the daily, we have been just kind of dancing around over here. We hit the $9.33 level once, hit it twice, and looks like we're going to hit it again. And what does that do? Let's get rid of these guys. That creates a one shoulder, a head, and another shoulder. So this is also creating not only this falling wedge on the larger time frame, but on the daily we've got a head and shoulders pattern being formed as we speak. And if we broke out, which it looks like we're doing right now, if we broke out, then we'll come up and retest the neckline one more time. And once we break through that, and actually there's the 200 EMA on the daily, so that's perfect. So we can come up, retest, break through, hit the 200 EMA, fall back down to retest this neckline, kind of dance around there for a minute, and then shoot up again. And so things are playing out so perfectly for Link. And also, to finish forming this right shoulder here was a falling wedge that we broke out of. And the price target of the falling wedge that we broke out of is $9.33, which would then complete our head inverse, excuse me, not a head and shoulders, but an inverse head and shoulders pattern, which would break us out of this very, very large, long-term falling wedge that we got going on, which, I mean, you could say it started right here around November 9th, 2021, but if you want to count where we were tapping the bottom of this trend line here, I mean, this really started all the way back here in February of 2021. Which is where our top was. Now, the price target of this falling wedge, the large one, is back up to around the $37 range, possibly all the way back up to the top here. And I do believe that we are headed in that direction. Now, it's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen the next day, maybe even not even this year. But these price ranges, I could totally see happening sometime in the springtime of 2023. Hopefully sooner. Maybe we get some massive moves here. Who knows? But yeah, Link is still moving up. Now we've broken the 5%, and I think we are actually right now, as I'm talking, breaking out on a daily chart, which is fantastic. So breaking out on the daily chart where we wicked above just a couple of days ago. We got a body above it now. We've got 16.5 hours to go on this daily chart. So hopefully we can, if we hold this candle outside this range here on the daily chart, then I would consider that a nice breakout on the daily chart. The other good news is on this daily chart is we've got a green on the braid filter on the daily chart, which is fantastic. Let's go down a little bit and see where we're at on the braid filter. So we have rising histogram on the braid filter. We're above the 200 on the 4-hour, 200 EMA, and we've got a nice candle coming up here with some, how much time is left? 39 minutes, actually some mediocre volume. It's pretty poor volume actually for this 4-hour candle. For a breakout candle, I'd hope it'd be higher, but maybe the next volume in 40 minutes will be the one that gives us the high volume. We'll see. We're also above the 50 line on the RSI on the 4-hour. So we broke above the 50 line, came back down to retest not only the 50 line, but the moving average, found support there and are moving up again. And so, yeah, Link is looking fantastic for me. I think that this is an opportunity of a lifetime for Link. I'm putting my money where my mouth is, and I've been buying Link at all these low prices for the last few months. And so we'll just see what happens. But appreciate watching. Again, like the video, share the video, do all that other stuff. I'm just a dude on his computer, so take what I say for whatever. And talk to you later.